you well?
Yeah. How's that go for you?
Just a couple of reminders. Don't be nervous, have fun. This is a great opportunity that everyone's going to enjoy listening to. And chances are, if you made a little boo-boo, you just kept going, no one's going to have any idea. I'll probably be the only one who notices. Guys, I need you to scoot back more. You know why? We want the focus and attention on the stage. So I don't want anybody in front of the stage. So we want you to be back behind the stage. What's up, Matthew?
Can I open the door for you?
Welcome, everyone. It's a little stuck in here, so I'm just going to open the window before we start. Here. Give us a little fresh, chilly air. Well, we may have some other guests arriving and walking in after we get started, but we're just going to go ahead and get started now. First, I want to welcome you to the music room at DeShane School and tell you that we invited you here today because we're celebrating the fact that we can read music this year. As first and second graders, we learned so many musical concepts and elements, from melody and harmony to rhythm and form and tempo. And this year was the first year that we actually applied it to music learning and understanding and learned how to actually play an instrument with pitch. That means you can change the sounds based on how many fingers you use on your instrument. They're used to playing things like the drums and the maracas that are not pitched, and all they have to do is play rhythms. Well, now they took all that knowledge from the past couple of years and applied it to an actual instrument, their recorder. When they started school in third grade, you probably remember a $5 fee. That means that they do keep their recorders, obviously, because they paid for them. And we're going to use them again next year. So when they take them home this summer and play for you all summer long, hopefully, hi, come on in, make sure they're in a spot where they're going to be able to find them for next year because we extend our recorder unit next year. Now, when we first got our recorders, well, I remember it like this. September, first week, second week, third week, fourth week, every time they came in here, when do we get our recorders? When do we get our recorders? When do we, like a broken record. I said, it's soon, 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 I'd say. Then finally I said, okay, it's coming, next time I see you. So when they came in that day, I handed them little white stickers. Remember those stickers, guys?
Yeah.
And we turned our forearm into a recorder. We pretended and we stuck the stickers on our arm. And, well, they looked at me like I was crazy. Well, this isn't a recorder. And but the great thing about it was, I said, well, guys, give it a minute, you know. And I taught them the fingerings of the first three notes, which are B, A, and G. Let's show them quickly how we did that, guys. With our arms, ready? Right arms up. Statue of Liberty, we call this. And then we put it under our chin. And we pretended that one finger was a B, two fingers was an A, and three fingers was a G. Well, the great thing was, after that first day, we knew how to play 2 songs, I think, was it? Before we even had our recorders in our hands. So the next time we got our recorders, boy, were we ready. And we learned that one letter, a letter by itself, is a quarter note or a single beat. A letter that has a dash after it is a half note or 2 beats. And notes stuck quickly together are 8th notes. Now, when we first got our recorders, we also learned how to play sounds gently and the difference between blowing hard and blowing gently and how we can get a nice sound on our recorders. Hi, please come in. Kids, can I invite you to sit on the floor so your moms and dads can have a seat? How about right over here, guys? How's that? Good? Awesome. Well, thank you. Thanks. And our first song sounded like this. Ready, guys? Recorders up, Statue of Liberty. That's what helps us get our right hands on the bottom and our left hands on the top. And our first sounds sounded like this. 1, 2, ready, play. Good job. You go ahead, clap. And then various tunes for the next about a month and a half. All were letters, but no actual note values on the musical staff. Just letters that corresponded to the 3 fingerings that they learned. Ready, guys? Mary Had a Little Lamb was one of our favorites. 1, 2, and here we go. them to the musical staff. The 5 lines and 4 spaces put together called the musical staff. And in reading music, it's kind of like knowing another language, the language of music. And if they're playing the actual musical notes, then they are playing the language of music. So what we would do is, I know it's hard not to whistle because it sounds so what we did was, we would play many games and have lots of different worksheets and tests involving the 3 notes, B, A, and G. We wrote B's, A's, and G's on the musical staff on the chalkboard. We played games. Well, they always wanted to play boys against the girls. We put a little chip on a felt board, and they had to find the B line and the G line and the A space really quick and faster than their partner, and then we would keep points and stuff like that. We even made a musical staff on the floor out of masking tape, and they would have to step to the correct line and space. So we were having a blast and learning how to read music. So before you knew it, we were able to say and finger the notes and practice knowing where they live on the musical staff. Ready, guys? Say, don't play. Here we go. B, 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 A, 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 G, 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 G. Then, of course, after we wrote it, we would then play it. Ready? 1, 2, and whisper, play. Wonderful. Okay, let's try the next one. Say, don't play. I'll fill it in. Go. E, E, E. Good, halfway. A, A, A. G, 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 A, B. You sound like such professionals, don't they? Ready? Now we'll play it. Here we go. Was we applied the letters to the musical staff, and we played several tunes for the next couple of months, I think right through the Christmas holidays, with the letters written underneath the musical staff. So that way our eyes had the opportunity to just look at the letter or just look at the staff, or a combination of the two, to help us learn how to actually read music. And we'll play drum tune for you now. Don't forget, guys, 2 times. Ready? 1, 2, and here we go. And then we played other tunes. This is more soft and gentle lullaby called Peace Must Be Our Goal. Again, you see the letters written under the musical staff. Ready, guys? Letters away. And first they were a little freaked out, and then they couldn't believe how much they knew. They knew more than they thought they knew, and they were able to read without the letters at all. Ready, guys? Once more. Here we go. January, finally came what they were waiting for, recorder karate. And it is like it sounds, you earn belts, but not for going like this. You earn belts for playing their recorders and reading music. And for each and every, I'm sure you've seen this book, for each and every tune in the book, you earned a different color belt. And they would start pretty simple and basic and work up to having to know 6 different notes and even some sharps and flats. And they could not pass a belt and earn their belt unless they played it without letters written underneath. So they had to read the music. And how that worked was, I would sit at my desk and test, and I would call up one belt color at a time, and they would nicely come up and wait in line and try. Some would get their belt the first time. Some I'd say, oh, it's really close, go back and practice, and then come back. But the really great thing that happens in the room at that time is, because I can't be 2 places at once, I had to be there testing, I can't be out here helping. So we made a little deal with ourselves in our class that if you had earned, say, your green belt, and someone came up to you and said, I'm having trouble with my green belt, can you help me? That you would teach them. Well, were they great teachers. And the best thing about it was everyone knows that when you teach something to someone else, that's when you really, really learn it. So the music learning was just getting out of control. It was so wonderful. And every time I looked up, I saw them walking around and offering help to one another, asking for help, and doing just a great job working together. Plus, we have a goal to be the first class to accomplish all our black belts first, before all the other 3rd grades. And we're getting pretty close, aren't we? And they all work at their own pace. Everybody has different colored belts at different times. And we're all doing really great. Why don't you guys hold up your recorders and show? Some of them have them tied onto their recorder strings, and some have them on the recorder themselves. But they're really fancy and fun, and I'm sure they'll want to keep those next year, to show them off. And when they reach their black belt, well, we have a huge ceremony. That's really cool. Let's show them what we do, guys. Stand up. Whoever earns their black belt gets to stand in the front of the class, and we put our hands together and we bow, and we say, Hail to the Recorder Master. Well, the great part is the Recorder Master gets to take a big old whack at the gong. So, yeah, and usually the harder and the brighter the sound, the better. So, have a seat, guys. So that's always fun. And when a person gets their black belt and becomes a Recorder Master, they are an official master teacher. So their job is to walk around and continue helping me until everyone reaches their black belts, which I'm sure we will before the end of the school year because they're such great teachers. So what they did was they chose their favorite song, their favorite tune out of their book that they felt they were the best at, and they chose whether to play it by themselves as a solo, with another person as a duet, or with 2 people as a trio. And that's what we're going to do right now, up on our recorder stage. Are you ready, guys? Okay, let's start with A Trio by Sam, Jason, and Joey. Merrily We Roll Along. Performing a solo on Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. Nice job. Next we have a duet performed by Derek and Kyle. Merrily We Roll Along. with Austin and Gopi performing Gently Sleep, the lullaby. Let's get your music. Who were actually supposed to play a trio, but one of their partners is sick today, so we're turning it into a duet. Cross buns. Oh, looks like we got a little color coordinating going on. Jameek and Frank performing Merrily Roll On. From Brittany and Elizabeth, Hot Cross Buns. Will perform a solo on Ode to Joy. With a trio by Jessica, Caitlin, and Jordan. Saints go marching in. Play another one of our favorite group tunes for you with some accompaniment music in the back. It's called Ba Ba Blues because it only involves two notes, B and A. And this was one of the very first ones we learned to actually read the music without the letters because it was the simplest. If it was on the line, it was a B, and if it was on the space, it was an A. And we're going to play that for you right now. Ready, guys? Take part in our wonderful musical journey that is still going to be continuing, of course, for the rest of this school year in 3rd grade and next year with our recorders in 4th grade, too. And I'm very proud of their accomplishments and how well they did today. But before we leave, we're going to close with one more tune. You've heard some really classic tunes that have been famous nursery rhyme songs that have been a part of history forever, like High Cross Buns and Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, and all those other great tunes. But we're going to end with probably the most famous recorder piece ever written, and we have made it more famous in these last couple of weeks. But it deserves a lot of respect, right, and praise. So for that reason, we will stand and very seriously perform it for you. Are you ready? Are you sure? Okay. All right. Now remember what we talked about. Very serious.
Who let the dogs out? Who let the dogs out? Who let the dogs out? Who let the dogs out?
Party was nice, the party was pumping, and everybody having a ball. Until the fellas started being fun, and the girls started to be called. Who let the dogs out? Who let the dogs out? Who let the dogs out? Who let the dogs out?
Good job. But before they line up, they have a few minutes to greet you, sign autographs, take pictures in front of the stage if you like. And guys, make sure before you leave the room, you pack up your recorders and your booklets and you bring them home with you and then bring them back on our next music day. Thank you very much for coming. Thank you. All right. Go play your public. Pretty fun, huh?
I'd say so, right now.
That was a good tape set. You like to replay it over and over again at home?
Yeah, we can.
Thank you for coming. What a great audience we have. You hear that wind out there? Really ripping. Woo! So I made it. I didn't need you to rescue But now it's just kind of rocking on the weather doesn't make it better. I
Yeah, I mean, I kind of wanted to go to school, and my husband said, let her go with that. She wants to go with that, she said that you said you're going to see a movie or something anyway, so there's no big deal. And just I'd rather have her be asleep if she's not thinking about it, because I know I'm going to be stressed out and I'll be
I remember when I'm there, you know?
Do I listen to her? Interview with us, or do I not put her through that and let her?
Okay, ready? Everybody smile. Okay, girls, guys, take your seats, walk to the door, please wave goodbye, and enjoy
I find out today when I call what time. We don't even know what time it's at. When she was confused, you kind of talk to her, feel her, and then maybe she'll change your mind by the time. I mean, if she'd rather be with us, fine, but I know she talks about you all the time, and she loves you to death, and
I'll enjoy this wonderful weather we're having.
Yeah, I gotta take them too.
you know. Okay, so,
I'm happy.
all right, thanks.
Hope you're feeling better.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming. It's nice to see you too.
Thank you.